I was hesitant to use the word perfect earlier because perfection's very much an ideal. It doesn't really exist, I think, anywhere. However, there's this concept in economics called perfect information, which essentially means that all market participants have absolute access to symmetric information at all times, such that they can make the best decisions in their own interest. And perfect information is a precursor to perfect competition. Perfect competition being this ideal state of the free market that's like totally unhampered by regulation or impediment or violent coercion. And in that sense, I think Bitcoin is the closest thing we've ever had to perfect information, right? It's open source code. It's fully inspectable by anyone, anytime, anywhere. It's monetary policy, which I actually don't like the word monetary policy because that insinuates that it's a law or a rule that's subject to change. It's a protocol. Yeah, I think Schelling point's a really good word for it, but it's really just so for instance, gold, the supply of gold was not a monetary policy. It was a product of natural law, right? Everyone's competing to produce as much as they can or mine as much gold as they can. Bitcoin's sort of the same. It's like one guy decided, he picked an arbitrary number, but it could have been 21 million, 84 million, 100 million, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it's unchangeable. So I tweeted this the other day, is that Bitcoin is changing the world tremendously by being unchangeable. Like that's the big deal, right? That's the thing here. So in that sense that it's perfectly known, it's a perfectly transparent rule set that everyone can sit down, formulate a strategy, and play based on those rules. Like one of my mentors told me a long time ago, he said that once smart people know the rules, they'll sit down to play the game. But when things are shifting around, like tax law, monetary policy, fiscal policy, and it's uncertain, people don't play, right? They don't trade, they don't compete. They go into preservation mode. They become more nationalistic and protective. And all of those things are damaging to economic activity. When we inhibit trade, it reduces wealth for everyone. So another way to think about it is like it's an immutable rule set. So if you're playing poker and you sit down at a table in Las Vegas and you see that all of a sudden the hand rankings are changing every few hands, one hand, a flush beats a straight, the next hand, a straight beats a flush. Like you can't even formulate a coherent strategy to play the game. So clearly you're going to exit the game. That's what fiat currency is. It's this constant shuffling of the rules, like such that we are living in perpetual confusion. And Bitcoin is just like this immutable stone that shatters these veils of illusion. And all of a sudden you just have this clear, transparent, immutable rule set by which to plan your economic strategy. So I won't say that it's a perfect expression of capitalism, but Bitcoin is monetary capitalism outcompeting monetary socialism, which is central banking.